get this thing started. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Buckeyes offense will take the first swing of the game. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and a Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
Really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own colored jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, the players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step toward. They've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the catch down the right side. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes. Who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll go to the ground. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting first and 20. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go in the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they wanted it all on third down.
Coaches out there who believe bye weeks sometimes can take away your rhythm. And that might be the case with this offense right now. They just don't seem to be clicking in the passing game.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Makes his man miss. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. So Washington's offense will have its first possession of the game. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Makes the grab on the left.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He's snuffed out behind the line again, went right back to the well and got the same bad result. Rushes on him. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turn.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Breaks the tackle. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry-up.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Now they'll run the draw. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now you set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
They're going to go to the air on third and short. Quickly to the tight end. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
We'll give him a couple on that one. Coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Looking downfield on first down. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. First play of the period will be a second down. Send the tight end in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This crowd knows when to bring it. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal. To grab. He's trying to get it in. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. East Carolina is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Pirates fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. To the air, it's Browning. Fires to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Washington wants to go quickly.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
The give out of the gun. Spins away from the defense. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Illegal block. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. First down here for the offense. The snap sets up to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brewer. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Fires on the move. Soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Leaves it with the running back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Defense in press coverage. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to throw, it's Browning. He's got it and still on his feet. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Encroach, defense. 2 minutes. 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 2
Penalty is on the D. I guess the good news is it didn't lose much ground because there's not much left. Thanks to that penalty, a little closer to the goal line, but it is still 3rd and goal.
Let's go!
Power ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Fourth and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. He'll keep it himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Husky.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Wants to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got his man. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call.
Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. The Buckeyes look to do some damage in the red zone. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll move the tight end. Out of the gun, the inside give. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. So now it's 2nd and long. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Looking for a man. It's Browning. Working that left side now. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Washington right back to the line. He wants to throw it again. Fires complete on the crosser. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll set up to throw. Complete. Oh, he's got some space. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. To throw, it's Browning. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to pass on second down. He wants to go deep. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Here comes the heat. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you?
And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start. And And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Looking everywhere for room to run with really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They go to the draw. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yards.
They give it to him again. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo. You're seeing them now go hurry up.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Punch it out of the air. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The give to the tailback. Tough sliding in there, picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. They're in makeable field goal range, but on 4th down with this deficit, they'll leave the offense on the field. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity.
There he goes. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Ohio State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open.
They bring the punter onto the field now.
On to kick it away.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Power football with the run. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Well, we're Not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. From the gun. Give on the inside. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up. A play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They want to run it left here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Leaves it with the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. He's loose down the left side, and he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Washington.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
The offense pops it up. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? And he takes this from inside the 5. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
2nd down, he'll throw it. A strike downfield. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And his throw is incomplete. The crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Looking to throw, it's Browning. On target.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Huskies! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs, impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. Trying to power it in. Into the end zone, the 2-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and in much better field position. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. Here's the handoff. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the 1st half, and here they are in the 2nd half defending a deep ball.
Got his man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook.
There he goes. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And the Buckeyes are marching down the field.
That is just what this offense needed, man. A big play down the field, trying to score a touchdown, trying to take the lead late in this football game, but now they don't have to go super fast. They don't have to rush. Great play by this offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. center perfect. And we are all tied up here in the waning moments. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Temple is just steamrolling its way to victory today.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. No fair catches here, looking for room. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And if they're going to run the football late in the game in this situation, not that close to scoring zone, they've got to take a timeout here. You've got to make sure you save as much time as possible and communicate with your quarterback.
And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Didn't really get it. Took the lead with that late clutch field goal, and now to see if they can get a stop and keep them from tying the game in the closing seconds. He'll return it. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Hits him inside the 20, still going. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. 17-yard line. On the ball. And on the